if that had been the result. But I'm saying the Million Man March served a very constructive purpose, because that is in the book on economics. The people who went to the Million Man March, I'll say thousands of them, if they hadn't been there, they would have been doing something that is destructive.
Okay.
There are thousands of the people who were at the Million Man March would have, if they hadn't been at the march that day, on that particular day, they would have been somewhere else, doing something else. And a lot of the things that they would have been doing would have been non-constructive. They would have not have come up to the standard. Listening to people make speeches about trying to improve things, trying to do something constructive, that's always, under all circumstances, better than a lot of things, hundreds of things, maybe thousands of things that black people look forward to doing. If they did nothing but that every weekend, it would be better than hundreds of things that they do on the weekends when they are not doing that. Truth is never counterproductive. And the truth is, victims of a system that's opposed to them cannot be married to anybody and are not in charge of anything. Marriage consists of, first of all, of husband and wife. Usually, in this area of the world, it's kind of considered to be that. There's no black person in the system of white supremacy who's qualified. You can't be a prisoner and be a husband to anybody. You cannot be a prisoner of war and be anybody's husband.
Okay.
You're disqualified right there. Once you're a prisoner of war, that's it. As far as being a husband or a leader or anything, you're just a prisoner. You're just a number. Prisoners are just numbers. And they're subject to people who make decisions for you, who are, if you're a prisoner of war, they are opposed to you. That's why you are a prisoner of war. So, a black male cannot be married because he can claim that he is, and he can stand up and go through vows, and he can talk about how he feels. Here again, we're talking about feelings. And as far as he and the lady he's with, how they feel about each other, or they can be delirious about each other. But it's like two people at the bottom of the slave ship being delirious about each other. So they're just delirious about each other. But that has nothing to do with the destination of that ship, or the captain who comes down and whips them every now and then and feeds them when he wants to. Yet they can call themselves in their tribal ceremonies husband and wife. But they are not qualified. Why? Because they have a master who is hostile toward them. Now, if they had a social system set up that was nurturing, because there's an old adage, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a nation to protect a village. And it takes a system to support a nation. And none of this is in place. Zero.